Test, test. All right, there we go. What's up, everybody? Yeah, so in late news, unfortunately, our GoPro cameras decided to kick the bucket. At least one of them did. So this for the last little bit, last night and today, getting some new cameras set up so we can continue doing some filming and streaming. And it looks like a very, very small spider has decided to occupy machine one. So we just removed that little tiny spider. That's fun. I always love the creepy crawlies crawling into printers. Anyway, so I did a little bit of research last night and figured I would try out a new camera that actually has panning and tracking, so it's just not like fixed cameras. So one of the GoPros ended up going back to Costco. Unfortunately, the GoPro, I wasn't able to return that because it's if one failed, the other one's going to fail kind of in short order, I would think. So, but one of them was outside the return window, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, unfortunate for me, but because I don't know that I want to move forward with using GoPros. And so I picked up a OBS bot, Tiny 2 Lite with tracking. And so I just got that one hooked up while we're working some calibration stuff for some of the filaments and whatnot for the bamboos. So I can get off the generic profile and move on to actually dialing in a profile for the Matter Hackers build material, because I want that Matter Hackers build material performing as well as the bamboo material. I did put a large bamboo filament order in last night. But yeah, so the new camera that we're working on, and I have yet to set it up, is this guy, the OBS bot Tiny 2 4K. So I got to figure out how to get this one installed. I picked up two of them, thinking that I'd be able to return both the GoPros, and so I'm going to end up probably returning one of these OBS bots back to Amazon. And then hook the other GoPro back up as GoPro Webcam. So that should alleviate any of the delay that I've been having working with some of the videos and everything else. So yeah, getting rid of video delay is always a good thing. But yeah, so I got to figure it out and get it hooked up. It's plugged in right now, but it's not powered on or anything. So and then I've heard some issues with some people saying that they couldn't get it to connect like Windows 11. And so I gotta figure out how to get this thing up and running. Without, having all the other weird stuff that comes along with it. So OBS bot Tiny 2. And it's plugged in, and the computer recognizes it, but I need to find out where my USB extension cables are, because I just don't like how I have the cable routing to go to it right now. But I think having a camera that can kind of pan and track and follow me around the garage, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. We'll test it out and see what it looks like from a technical perspective. But at the same time, I'm kind of not holding my breath. I've got to clean up a bunch of these cables and whatnot too. I have cables and stuff everywhere in the garage right now. That's my F1 power cable. Where did I put those USB extensions? I'm just kind of curious to see if the USB extensions would work with this setup, because I don't know how much voltage drop would happen with a cable extension with a 15-foot cable. And I'm hoping it's not a lot. What was cool about the GoPros is I could actually connect to them wirelessly through RTMP and then remote into them and have them connect over Wi-Fi. The problem with that being is that there was that delay in video capture between what we were actually doing and the audio sequence, and so I'm really hoping that this OBS bot will kind of alleviate some of that. I just got to figure out where I'm going to position it, so I don't have a cable between where my workstation is and where the camera is set up at over by the workbench. But yeah, there we go. That's it right there. Let's see. Tiny 2 light. Yes, yes, yes. Stream Deck Applying 2, Light Smooth Workflow. So where is, there it is. The latest firmware is up as of 6/18. And much like everything else, here we are coming out of China, and especially Shenzhen province, China. I'm kind of curious to see how many of these Shenzhen province, China companies, who the parent organization or owner is of them. It'd be kind of an interesting case study. So this is the problem that I have. It is allowing the control. Alright, so resume. I'm not sure how to get this one up and running. Okay, so the camera's awake. So if we go here, we should be able to add it into OBS Studio. And so I'll bring up OBS Studio. And we're going to go to, actually not window capture, no. I'm going to go to video capture. And create new, this is going to be OBS bot. Hand cam. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We have it open. Alright, so the camera is up, the camera is working. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this off the screen and run some testing on it. So it should be able to pick up some signals from what I've read into toward panning and tracking. And I'm going to figure out the best position for this thing, so let's come around up the front of it. Actually, I need to turn off the, I don't think I had the audio capture on for it, but we'll take a look. Everything's set up for my Shure wireless mic. So we got our desktop audio, we have the mic auxiliary. Okay. Yeah, I've been jabbering on and on and on and on, and I have not been picking up any of the audio that I've been talking about. So it's just been me like walking back and forth like a madman. So anyway, what we're doing right now is I got the new camera, which is the OBS spot, which I'm pointing at right now, which is kind of cool, and it has motion tracking, so it'll pan around and track me around the garage. And then we're looking at getting my other GoPro hooked back up, probably without the Media Mod this time, and just running as a standalone, and having that mounted on this side so I can run it as an actual webcam interface to have better live feed, but using that as my top-down camera. And I currently have it set up on the opposite end of the workbench, and I'm going to bring it over to this side of the workbench, I think, or maybe a little bit closer so I can get it hooked up to the computer. I just got to figure out exactly where I'm going to do that at, and that way it's not impeding this camera's control and can still plug it into the computer. I got to figure those things out. Yeah. Let's see how I'm going to do this, because right now I don't know. There's my extension cable. That works out well. So I'm going to turn off the OBS bot camera right quick. Figure out how I'm going to rig this up. Okay. So I've got my USB extension. My USB extension cable is actually ran up into my ceiling wiring. So I'm going to pull that down. And it's only a small extension cable too, but it's enough to get this thing up and running. So let's figure out where we're going to hook up the OBS bot. All right. Not magnetic. I kind of like the idea of having it top mounted facing down. I just got to figure out how I'm going to rig that up, because I don't know quite yet how I want to do that. I need to have it oriented like this. I only have so much cable. So I went from the back up across. I mean, that should technically be fine if I plug it into the back and then route it. Maybe I just leave it hooked up to the front so I can quick disconnect it if I need to. Put this cable up. And then route that through there. That'll get me to here. Burp. That's kind of cool. Alright, where do we want to get the scat rigged up at? How do we want to get the scat rigged up? What I need is I need an adapter plate. I need to design and print an adapter plate that would go up here somewhere. That would allow me to be right here. Let's take a look. So if I go to the back of the computer, just give us an extra inch or so. Alright, so that's plugged in. That'll get me an extra like 3 inches. Perfect. So now we need the adapter plate. Design and print an adapter plate. Let's see if I got the threading that would go into where did I put those? I put those up with the media mods. Let's see. GoPro mounts will not work. That GoPro mount is the change. Okay, so collapse down our tripod so I can stop kicking it every night, because I end up doing that a lot. Let's see what we got for let's jump on Maker World real quick, see what we can come up with. Turn that off. Alright, so we got Maker World up. Da, 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 da. No, it might work. You see that retraction tower looks like just like stock bamboo. Retraction tower just looks great. Okay. You can probably just design one and print one. Let me see if this screw works on this. This might be specific to the GoPro. I don't know. Yeah, it's specific to the GoPro. That sucks. Okay. Oh gosh, how do we do this? How can I get you rigged upside down where you can do your business? Okay, so it needs to be mounted that way. Once you mount it up here, maybe that's too high to mount. I don't know. I could just put it on the workbench over here on the shelf. Just run it on the shelf. I wonder if I can just run the cable extender and put the tripod back where it was. I don't know. I'm like debating on this. Let's try something real quick. So, because I want all the cabling out of the way. That's my big goal, is get all the cabling out of the way. What we need to do is we need to see if the camera is going to be recognized and turn on with the cable extension, which would give me an extra 6 feet of travel space. So that open up options as to where I can place the camera. I'll plug it into the back of the computer. Alright. This poor computer is just getting crushed with how many electronic devices are being plugged into it. So there's that. That one. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. There's that. And so with the cable extension, it's able to work. So what I might do is I might just put it over here. I'll figure out exactly where we're going to route the cabling and everything here in a little bit. Alright, so let's go to our default view. Let's go to the camera. video is not coming up yet. I can control it, but the camera's not coming on. Let's see, why is the camera not coming on? Reset. Okay. Properties. Device is asleep. Device is awake. Okay, so remote control, beauty, virtual, record, sleep resume, video preview. Yeah, so the camera is working. Otherwise, I want to be able to see you guys. So the preview is working. So we got to move this around. And I'm kind of curious. Use a video preview to figure out exactly where I want to place this thing. Because I'd like to set it up here. Got to get a mount. I got to get a mount put together for it, but or maybe it's like I put it over here. That way I can kind of pan and move and follow me around the workbench and whatnot, even all the way over to the bamboos. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. All right, so we'll see how we want to get it set up. I think just top mounting it up here is probably going to be the best. And then I'll be able to come down here and work like that. Or maybe that's too high, I don't know. I wonder if I just tuck it back in here next to my old CNC machines. Put on an anti-slip mat. It's going to kind of cut off some of the video. No, hold on. I don't know. Let's see. I kind of want it almost centric, but I want it up top. So be able to capture everything here and then move around. Be able to do stuff with the bamboos. How do we want to work this? Get it connected to this. And then I'll move that Bessie clamp so the clamp's out of the way. And be able to get over to the bamboos as well. Be able to pan all the way across. Yeah, I think that would be a good spot. And I don't know that I necessarily need to run a cable extension if that's the case. Choices, choices. So many choices. Yeah, I'll figure this out a little bit. For now, we'll just set you right there, question mark. I'll do this. now we're tracking. There's me. You can see my back, my shoulders. Come around over here. Follows me over here. It's a pretty sweet camera. I'm just based off the motion control and everything. I was like, wait, where did I set it down at? Again, I'm kind of scatterbrained for the evening, but here we are. So I do want to have it elevated a little bit more than what that is right there. And so I think that if I connected or built a bracket that would hold it, and would go onto this, I think that would be fine for the top rack. That'd be pretty easy to work with. That way the camera can pan all the way over to where I have the bamboo, so we can like watch troubleshooting on bamboo stuff when I need to troubleshoot on bamboo stuff. Yeah, so let's see. That is thicker at the bottom. I know, you're freaking out because I'm moving you around. I'm right here. Okay, camera. Hey, hello. Okay, so I think if we take a look at it, I should be able to create a bracket where this entire thing would drop into. And then have it just rest inside because the inner diameter of it, and just make it so that it is at a height where it would just rest on top of there. Because that's where I want it mounted. Because that would be just above eye level. So yes, I'm down here. Okay, so now that you're tracking. Yep, you're tracking. Yeah, so that's where it's going to go. I'm probably overthinking this. I could probably just get some double-sided sticky tape and just slap it on there, but neither here nor there. So we're going to grab some calipers real quick, and we're going to caliper this thing out just to see what the dimensions of it look like. And then we're going to create a drop-down bucket for it to sit into. So let's go ahead and fire up Fusion 360. But I wonder why it's not pulling in to OBS Studio. So let me try to remove this. Yes. I'm going to add this as a new source. So I'm going to kill this feed. And so we're going to kill the video preview. I'm going to add a new video capture device. OBS bot. Tiny 2. It's still not pulling down the feed. I don't know why that's not pulling down the feed. So let's remove that. Yes. So video capture device. Create new. Let's go OBS bot. Tiny 2. Okay, this is the OBS bot Tiny 2 Lite. So, yeah, if I edit it as a new one, it's popping right up. And hit OK. You can see the cable there because it's just sitting in front. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and make a bracket. So that one of the bamboos is done. Well, it's like the only bamboo right now. The other one's sitting on a workbench. So I was just running a quick retraction test, throwing some stuff out. The retraction test looks fine. I mean, there's a little bit of fuzzies, but it's hard to discern the difference between them right now. It's really default retraction. But we're going to get into design real quick, so let's minimize this guy. We'll leave that up there. We're going to go to our graphic design window. Shrink that, shrink that. jump into Fusion 360, grab a set of calipers. Which one has battery? This one has battery. Alright, so the base of this thing is 46.5 mil. And so is it also so we're going to change this, we're going to put it down to so 48.5, so 48, and so we need to have the spot for the power cable to go through also, so 46.5 and 48.8. Spend, continue. Close. Okay. So we're going to make this read only, read only. Alright, so great. Let's go to creating a sketch. Nope, not that plane. Escape. Finish sketch. Great. Sketch. So let's go 48.5 and then 46. Okay. And so what we want to do is we're going to just extrude this up. We'll go 5 mil. Okay. And now we're going to, actually we're going to, we want that as the inner diameter, so let's go back. So now we're going to create sketch. We need to make the walls on it, so we're going to create a rectangle. Let's do it this way. We'll go 2.5 mil. Okay. And that'll be all the way down to 46. And then we'll five. There. Sketch. All right. Create sketch. There. That's going to be 51, so we're going to go 53.5, and then we're going to go add on 2.5 more, so that's going to be 51. Oh, no, 51. Okay. There's sketch. So now we're going to go to our sketches. We're going to turn off that one. No, we're going to leave that one on. Turn off that one, turn off that one, and turn off that one. And so now we're going to go and we're going to extrude. We're going to go up 5 mil. Okay. And now we're going to cut that out. Okay. So there's our general pocket that we're going to have this thing set into. Alright, so now that's what it's going to set into. Now we need to design the hanger for it. So, back to create sketch. And we're going to go to the top profile plane. And so from here, spin this around. We're going to create a box off the center. And so this is going to be, oh gosh, what should we make it? We'll go 5 mil and 5 mil. Five by 5. There's sketch. Now the side that I wanted it on. Create sketch here. So now we need to make the hanger. Calipers. And our height is, this looks pretty square, so we're looking at 26 by 28. call it 26 by 26. And so the height of the camera will matter because I guess how I got to drop it in. And so we would need to have the height of the camera. So we need 65, so we'll plus that up by about 10 mil, so 75. So the total height of this needs to be 75. And so that's going to drop it down quite a bit. So on the camera, if you mount it underneath, so we shouldn't need to drop down any more than that. So that should be fine like that. Alright, so let's take a look. So this doesn't actually need to be that high, so we'll run this as a quick test. We'll put that pop that over, that rest in there. So that's going to be 26, so that should be fine. Alright, so I'm going to go okay. And from here, that's 20. So we need 3 mil on each side. Call it 4 mil on each side. Okay, so we need to go 14. Go 5. Okay. And so we'll finish that sketch. And we're going to extrude this. Okay. Now we'll pull this out 14. Okay. Now let's take a look at the hole, or the width of this. And so the width of this is going to be 25.6. And it needs to be 3 mil thick. So we need to make a 3.2 mil hole. So what I might do is I might grab that and that, and we're going to bring those all the way forward. Okay. And then I'm going to shell out this thing. Actually, no, so let's go and go back to our top view. And we're going to create a sketch on here. Except we want it on this side. So let's go to the bottom. And so we're going to make a, oh gosh, 25.7. So call it 26. make a sketch. So 26, we're going to go up. Escape. Center. Alright, so that's going to be 3. This will be 13. And this is going to be 3.2. Sketch. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. And create a sketch over here. Here. It's going to be 13 and 3.2. Enter. Alright, so now we have that, and now we're going to hold that out. So we're going to extrude this, and we're going to cut those out. Okay. Alright, now we're going to round off some of these edges. I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright. So I'll round those off, and so this is our quick little mounting adapter that we're going to have for the camera. So the goal is, if we take a look, and I'm going to grab the camera over here right quick. And so, which camera do I want to? Oh, we'll grab the new camera. Why not? The new camera's not working again. Why are you not working, camera? Device is occupied. So device is occupied by OBS Studio, and OBS Studio is not displaying it. It's still tracking me, and it's still showing that it's got video feed, but let's see, deactivate, activate. Did that work? Nope. So let's turn off the OBS camera. Turn on devices occupied. Capture device, add existing, OBS, Tiny2, okay. Alright, so I had to re-add it, add it as a new device. So for the goal for this, and so we're going to stop the panning. Okay, so that should stop it. So the goal for this is, if we look at, let me pull up the, shrink this down. So, this little notch, that little notch is going to sit on this, and so then the camera is going to get turned upside down, and so that little notch will go onto this bracket, and that back plate will rest against the back plate there, and then the camera will drop into the unit upside down. Once it drops in upside down, it should lock into place, but I gotta get that set for the USB port now. Make sure the USB port is not gonna be impeded, and so you may adjust the model here. I'm gonna cut a hole. USB port. Or should we shell out a pocket? Let's see. So if we go, let's go to the back. Rotate that orientation. So the USB port down. This is 5 mil. 14.6. It might be able to sit through it, and then 5 mil. I don't know if that will or won't. We'll check it in a second. Okay, so let's. So I want to get some more surface area on it, and then we're going to actually press pull this forward. Okay, give that some more girth. Give this some more girth. Let's go 3.5. That's going to be where the weight's going to be distributed. All right. Now we need to shell out a spot for the USB. So the USB port is basically in the center. And then we need to account for the width of the cable adapter. Where did I put my calipers? Okay, so the hole that we need to make is going to be 10.5 mil wide. So 5.25. So we'll come back. We're going to go to the back of the unit. And we're going to create a sketch here. See, 5.25. And then height. Oh gosh. What was the height? Where do I keep putting my things down at? Right. So our height, we need it to 6 mil. 6 mil. So let's go. Yeah. So 5.25 and 6. Okay. No, that doesn't. No, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And so now we're going to create another sketch that mimics this on the opposite side. So this is going to be 5.25 and 6. Now we're going to press pull those out. Finish sketch. And so we're going to okay. And now we're going to mounting bracket. So now we're going to go ahead and file, save. This will be OBS bot cam mount v1. Save. We're going to go and we're going to file, export, export. Okay. Save at. Oh, lordy. Where did my mouse cursor go? Goodness gracious me. Okay. So, file. Export this as a STL export. Okay, so now we're going to go over to, actually I could probably do it in Orca Slicer, but we'll jump into OBS Studio. We'll shut down Orca Slicer. No. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's jump into OBS Studio. Prep. Add. Downloads. Cam mount. Open. That is not the model file that I wanted to have exported. Export. Yes. There we go. That looks better. Alright, so sport, enable sport, tree auto. I'm going to turn off remove small overhangs. Slice. All right, 25 minutes, and we'll see how this turns out. So what I don't like is I don't think there's enough girth on these walls right here. So let's go to strength. We go 5 wall loops. We could go 25% infill, and we're going to go gyroid and reslice it. That's only 3 wall loops, and so this is where all the weight would be carried, is on those, and I think I may need to increase that. And then if we go back to prep, measure from here to here, that's 26 mil. Okay, so let's go ahead and so that's only a half mil on each side. so back to the drawing board. So we're going to press pull this and this. No. No. This. And this. And press pull those, and we're going to increase that by at least 2 mil. Okay. And it gives us some more structural support. And pull those out by 5 mil. Create some lines, and now we're going to grab those lines, and we're going to pull them out. If it'll let me grab those lines. It will not let me grab those lines. Come on. "2:05 in the morning." printer. Let's see how this turns out. It should come out okay. All right, 26 minutes. We'll be right back. It's 2:20 in the morning. Get some sleep here in a little bit. Letting the bamboo go. Let's go check the device. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna go pour a beer. I drink a lot of beer today, though. I want to drink more beer, but maybe, just maybe. Yeah, I think this new camera is going to work out pretty well. Hello. You can get it installed, put it upside down, and we'll take a look and see how it will play out. That's while that thing's going, I should figure out where I'm going to put my other camera for top down. Alright, let's work some motion tracking. So I'm going to grab this. And my crazy arm. Pop my crazy arm off. Pull my USB cable out. Alright, now that I got my crazy arm down, use my my 3D printed crazy camera arm. Super crazy. And I'm going to figure out where we're going to mount it. I think I'm just going to mount it back to that same pole. Kind of have it right over the workbench. I need to make sure that this cable is going to reach over there. What I may end up doing is I may end up just getting a splicing hub, turn off the extension, and run multiple camera input off of that one. So if we go, I don't want to have this rigged up. Yes, the limiting factor is going to be the cable length. So we got to figure out cable length first. Maybe it is that I need to go get a cable extension for it to get it rigged up appropriately. I just want to run it in webcam mode, so it's nothing crazy. But still, this is a 12-foot long cable, so there's 6. So like a 10-foot, 11-foot long cable. How do we want to route this? What can I unplug and move around? So I got my Stream Deck. My Stream Deck could probably get moved to the front. That'd be fine. Just get my Stream Deck. Plug Stream Deck up front. So I'll plug Stream Deck back in. And we'll plug this dude into the back. Come on. All right. And we'll come back up and over the top of the TV. So it'll make it over here pretty far. There we go. Under that box, and so and then it's going to come down the arm. I don't want it to impede camera control over there, so I may have to remove like one of the arm extensions or something. So I need to have it come down and then plug into the camera. I may need to get a cable extension for this one also. So that, or once I get this thing hooked up, maybe I'll free up the cable extension. Yeah, I need to adjust the model, I think. I think I need to get some more meat and potatoes over on this, and so what I may end up doing is pressing this guy out. Another 1.5, and then same thing with that one. Hold on, where are you going? Let's hide those sketches. extend this down too, just to give it some more meat. Yeah, 232. I'm going to be turning this thing off in a little bit. You got some sleep. So if I ran this here, the workbench, but it's too far away from the computer. I need to have it close to the computer. Ooh. Have that mounted here. It's not in the way, but it does cut off quite a bit of our workbench, and the cable's not long enough, so I may end up just moving it back to where it was. So I want one that's going to be kind of top down. I don't know. I'll play around with it. The camera movement is kind of cool, though. I do like that. Gotta check and make sure I'm not scratching my butt or something on the camera now, or at my back. Almost done. It is nice not having the tripod here anymore, though. Let's see, how am I going to work this? We'll design a new bracket or something that'll go and hook onto the railing. I can get another pinch point. It's like I never liked having it where I had it mounted, but it was there for convenience purposes. And I think I need to change that kind of where it's located at. I don't know if my camera tracking didn't pick me back up from moving. So let's see if I can get it to pick me back up now. It's like, hello, I am right here. Thank you. Come on this way. But the lighting changing and everything is pretty darn cool. Almost done. I think what I need to also do is I need to change the orientation of it, of how it's being printed, because I don't like the horizontal lines. I want to kind of put it onto its side and then print it on its side. But that would make printing kind of terrible, because I don't want layer line separation and hanging. I don't know if that would or wouldn't work, but I don't know. Very low battery. Thanks, Ron. Yeah, I think this will work pretty well. I just gotta get it finished printing and then check for form, fit, and function. And then drop test the camera into it. And make sure it's not at a height that I'm going to smash my head into it. I should print it out in a very bright color or something. Because the camera is going to hang down past the bracket, but it shouldn't hang down more than what the Bessie is right here. And I don't really hit my head into the Bessie all that often. I do from time to time, but I think as long as the Bessie is fine, you know, I'll move some of the stuff around up here. And hopefully this will free up that cable extension, because that would be super sweet. Almost done. 2 minutes. One minute. Da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-bum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-ba-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum. I gotta figure out why you are having so many ringing problems. Should probably replace the nozzle wipers at some point. They're not too bad yet. I had some strange issues with the AMS hub where I actually had to break it apart the other day and then figure out why I was having so many issues. Look at that, there's some yellow filament in this one. Why is there some yellow filament in this one? Alright, let that finish up. Yellow filament broken off inside the PTFE tubing. Let's get you out of there. Thank you. Alright, print complete, hooray. Alright. And that's some good bed adhesion. Close. Alright, so here is our quick design camera bracket. Some post-processing, break those napkins off. Alright, if all went well in the print, so here's our bracket. As you can see, nice and easy. And then it should fit right over the top of this, and we should get it locked into place, and it fits right over. So now what we're going to do is we're going to check our fit and function, and then there it goes. So that's where our bracket's going to sit. And we're going to take the camera. And we're going to lose camera here for a second because I got to unplug the USB and then plug the USB back in. So we're going to stop tracking. Stop tracking. Let me set you down. Okay, so we're going to tell you to stop tracking. Okay, no longer tracking. So we're going to take this up here. And we can see that's where we have our bracket installed. Pretty crazy, right? And so Oh, that's interesting. And we're going to plug it in, but design thing I wasn't anticipating, so we're going to want to change that, increase the tower height. So it's like I counted for the USB coming through this port, but that actually needs to be below this point. So we're going to take a height measurement of it and then see how long we need to make it now, and then probably put some reinforcement on it. But we're going to check one other thing right quick, is we're going to just pop it in here and see how it looks. So unplug this camera real quick. Good news is the design will work. Bad news is I got to change some of the design. And so we're going to actually shrink these up a little bit. So you need to change these. How much do I need to adjust it by? Okay. Let's take the bracket and put it in. so we need to increase this by I need that to come down. $16 mil. 16 mil. That's what we need to do. So we're going to extend this up. We'll go 17 mil. Okay. And our total distance needs to be 24. So I need I need the top of this all the way through. Needs to be 24. So I'm going to take this and we're going to shove this up. No. So gosh dang it. So let's go back to the drawing board. Let's figure out where those were. So that's all right. All right. So back to square one with this guy. All right. And so now we're going to re-chamfer those things back in. So we have some additional support for the weight. probably going to add a zip tie around it once I have it put into place. So now we're going to $66.206. I want you to go from here to here. 25.71. That should probably do it. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and save. Okay. Export, and then as soon as we get this exported on the printer, we're going to go crash out for the night. Jump back over Bamboo Studio. That thing does not want to release, does it? Wow, that's got some good bed adhesion, but yikes. I launched it off somewhere. Don't know where, but it's gone. Right. Prep. Okay, so we'll add the new model in so we can do a side-by-side comparison. So here's V2, open. And so, as you can see, quite a bit taller. So hopefully that'll get us situated so we can just drop this thing right on in. Alright, so we're going to go and we're going to put this on our new build plate. Arrange it, slice it. 40 minutes, that's fine. Print, and be done in the morning. Send it. Alright, yeah. New cameras and some changes around the garage, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning tonight. Alright,